Hello again, a very warm welcome to you all. My name is Deni Kay, here today with a bottle of delicious rum from Foursquare Distillery. This is a distillery out of Barbados. Now, I will say, while I was thinking about sitting down with this video, I realized that I haven't sat down with as much rum as I should, because the rise of rum over the last few years has been absolutely incredible. It's something that I would like to discuss. I feel like it might be best if I leave that for a separate video, but I will say park yourself here for the next 5 or 10 minutes because this is an absolute winner, and there's loads that I'd like to talk with you about when it comes to rum. Now, this distillery is a distillery that goes back a way. Current master distiller and blender Richard Seal is the 4th generation. Every single year you will find a number of exceptional casks that will come out of Foursquare, different vintages, cask types, etc. They are all very, very good. However, they do all differ in price. And the reason I've chosen to sit down with this one is because I think that this one represents absolutely fantastic value out of the last few that I've seen and that I've tried. So I do keep those things in mind when selecting something to sit down and share with you. That's why I'm here with this one today. This is an 11-year-old, a mixture of bourbon casks and Zinfandel casks. I'll touch on Zinfandel in a moment. And then also pot still and column still used to create this. So the distillery have a double retort pot still and then also some continuous stills as well to be able to produce their rum. I'll go through smell, taste, overall experience, give it a score, all of those lovely things. You should subscribe, hit the like button, all of those lovely things as well. Zinfandel. Now, if you go to your local wine store, bottle store, Google, whatever it is that you would like to do, you will likely find a bottle of wine that says Zinfandel, produced in California. If you know what Primitivo is, pretty much same, coming out of Italy. Big, robust wines. I'm a really big fan of Primitivo. And if you actually have a look at the grape, it's a really, really dark grape. Dark black, dark blue, purple, whatever you would like to call it. Cooler climate, you'll find red berry type of flavors coming through, I guess you could say. And then warmer climate, darker berries, blackberries, blueberries, etc. And you do find some of those berries in this rum as well. So what we'll do is we'll get stuck into the nose and we will go from there. Now, I will say that every time I stick my nose in a glass that has Foursquare rum in it, it makes me smile, and this one especially so. It is not very estery, okay, and it is not super funky. It is really quite balanced, and I really dig that about this one. The immediate thing that I get here is a very big whack of vanilla ice cream, some caramel fudge, absolutely. That is obviously coming from the bourbon cask. Then from there's a little bit of oak as well, and then I'm getting some red berries, fresh strawberries, raspberries, strawberry ice cream, and also some confectionery. Those little raspberry lollies candy that I get on the nose as well. A touch of spice. Now, .48% ABV. It does drink higher than that, in my opinion. The nose, not so much. The nose is really balanced, really approachable, really round. This here coats the mouth fantastic. It drinks higher than 48% ABV. I have tried it with a touch of water, and I'll tell you in a moment what that does. To begin with, what I'm getting is I'm getting the vanilla and the caramel fudge that I mentioned, really fudgy around the sides of your mouth. Then those berries are coming through. I'm getting here some raspberries, some blackberries, some blueberries, some spice, a little bit of dry oak as well, and then some more spice comes through all the way to the finish. It is a lingering finish. I still have all of those flavors that are running around in my mouth, and right now my brain is telling my hand to pick up the glass and take another sip because it is really delicious and it is really moreish. If you are someone who doesn't appreciate a little bit of oak or a little bit of spice, if you add a touch of water to this, that will quite simply just taper that off, and then what you'll be left with are the other notes that I mentioned. for me, it is absolutely delicious. I actually think so. Retail on this, roughly where I am in Australia, about $150. Now, depending on where you are, it's probably going to be a little bit less, because I do know that the prices here start to climb a little bit, but that is a very good price for this bottle of rum, a bottle of Foursquare rum, because the Serenity came out around a similar time, and that was, from memory, about double or more the price, give or take. And I've tried them both. I actually think that this one is better. The other one is a sherry cask, so people are probably going to go for a sherry cask over a red wine cask, and I can't blame them for doing that, because I guess you could say sherry casks are prominently easier out there to find, and probably a little bit more sought after and more popular. But in saying that, this works absolutely fantastically with a combination of bourbon casks. Anyway, I know that I'll begin to waffle, so I'm not going to talk about the wider topic that I wanted to today in terms of the rise of rum, because over the last couple of years, you've seen people start to get into it, drinking it more, collecting it more, investing in it as well, which I know for a lot of people out there is relatively new, but a really interesting topic. I shall leave that for another day. Waiting for a score, 8 out of 10 for me, which is a very high score. Because if anything for me rates an 8 out of 10 or above, then what that means, my next step is to quite simply go online to find a bottle, go to my local bottle store to find a bottle or two of it, because it rates that well. So there you have it, my thoughts on Foursquare Indelible Exceptional Cask. I really appreciate the time you've taken to join me. So cheers to you, till next time.